As you can see, I have a lot of products on the table that's going to one day be in the ready-made RC Anaconda that's sitting on the floor there. I haven't had time lately to work on any of this stuff due to work and getting settled in at my new place, but slowly getting everything in that I need to complete the airplane. So I figured I would do a quick video showing everything that's going to go in the airplane before I actually put it in there. Where to start? Let's see. Well, first we have the Pixhawk, which everyone's very familiar with by 3D robotics. It's what was in my other Anaconda, and it's been working very well. I have not plugged this one in or seen if it worked yet, but it should. I will be running S-Bus, and the only thing going into this will be one or two connections from my Dragon Link receiver, which is here. This is the Dragon Link micro receiver that's capable of doing S-Bus, and basically just one line will be going from here to the Pixhawk, and another line, I forget where it plugs in, but it's a single line that goes through here also, and then also connects to the Pixhawk for your RSSI for your Dragon Link receiver. So I usually mount this receiver in the wing of the Anaconda since there's only two connections going to it. Of course, there's the antenna for the Dragon Link receiver. This will be on one of the wingtips going out. I believe it's shorter than the antenna I had before, so it won't be a big deal. Receiver or GPS antenna for the Pixhawk. Very simple. I'm just going to use double sticky back tape to put it on top of the airplane. Pitot tube right here. This will measure our airspeed. Of course, there's the electronic part for the pitot tube. This is a I2C, so this is basically just gives you extra ports to plug different items into the Pixhawk. So like I believe it's your magnetometer, don't quote me on that plugs into there. And you can also plug your airspeed data into there. Another thing I plug into it is the LiDAR that I have that goes in there, and there's one other thing I believe. Oh, your external light. So instead of having to look inside the canopy to see if you're all green and ready to go for your Pixhawk, you can mount this external light to the outside of the airplane, so you can make sure everything's green before you take off. Another thing to mount externally is the USB connection, so you don't have to fiddle with getting a cord inside of the airplane and plug it into the side of the autopilot right here. So I didn't have that on my old one, so it was kind of a pain to plug it up every time when I needed to get log files off or quickly update it via USB instead of doing it wirelessly. I bought these dampeners from Ready-Made RC also to see if it helped with vibration. For the autopilot, I'm going to make a little mount for the autopilot so it doesn't vibrate as much as my old one did. Going over here, we have lights that's going to go on the wingtips. So we have 2 green, 2 red, and 2 white. I'm not sure where. I know I'm going to put one on each wingtip for green and red. I'm not sure where the others will go. I might just end up putting both red and both green on the wingtips, and then put the white ones somewhere, but I'm not too sure yet. These guys are strobes. They will also go on the wingtips. I meant to get a third one, a red one, to go on the back, but I'll probably order that later on. What else do we have here? We have video transmitter, which is 1000 milliwatts or 1 watt, 1.3. Of course, I have the heat sink right here that will mount on the other side of it, and the antenna is right here for the video transmitter. This will go out on one of the wingtips like my old one and be mounted the same way like the old one, just this will be underneath the wing, and then the antenna is going to go through the wing and up to the top. Some ground station stuff. I have a diversity box here from Eagle Eyes or Eagle Tree, and there's one of my video receivers. Going back over here, this is going to be like my main power board. So when I plug a 3-cell connection, will go into here, which will provide power to everything else in the airplane that's not powered by the Pixhawk, of course. Because I'm going to be running 4 cells, 5500 milliamp packs for my flight battery for the motor and the Pixhawk, and then of course for my video transmitter I'm going to run a 3-cell. I think I run usually around a 2200 milliamp 3-cell for the video transmitter, lights, gimbals, or any payload that's on board. This guy here is just another power board. Cool thing about this, or at least the plan, is I'm going to run a connection from here to here. So it's going to have 3 cells going into it, but you also have you can get 5 volts coming out on this side right here, and of course 12 volts here. And I'm not too sure, but I believe your 3 cells comes out of, your 11.1 volts come out of the sides also. Don't quote me on that. And you also have LED going into here, and your video transmitter power out going into here. And you also have these little switches if you want to turn it on and off. Most likely they'll just be on all the time, because I also have this guy, which is a video switch. So what the video switch does is I will have 3 cameras on board this aircraft, and I will be able to switch between videos while I'm flying on the screen. This thing also is used for shutter control. So if you want to, say, assign a switch to the GoPro to start taking pictures, you just flip the switch and the GoPro start taking pictures, or any other camera that this supports. This also supports LED lights, turning them on and off. So this is going to be very helpful if I fly during the day or night. I can turn the lights on and off for either flights. Or if I fly starting out in the day and it goes into the nighttime, I can turn my lights on. So this is a cool little device. Basically, you're going to have, the way I'm going to set up is you're going to have 3 connections coming out. You have this as, I believe, channel 1, and then channel 2 and 3 to control each of the 3 things. So this device will definitely come in handy. So I'm not quite sure how I'm going to wire these 2 up going together, but we'll figure it out. Buzzer for the Pixhawk, which is very annoying when you set it up, so I highly recommend just not even plugging it up until the plane's ready to go. Arm switch, which is very helpful. This will be mounted on the outside. Mini OSD, self-explanatory. It's just basically going to provide my OSD for all my video channels. Down here, this is the controller for the gimbal control or whatever payload's going to be on the board. This just plugs straight into the computer and goes out of the 900 link for telemetry. So that's how you're going to control the gimbal. My telemetry radios have not come in yet. I'm using the RFD 900s. They should be in tomorrow. Various payloads I have. This is a Aris 3-axis gimbal Many of you have seen the videos of this one already. It's pretty nice gimbal for what it is. And this is the G3 gimbal, which is a little cheaper gimbal. Still does the job, it's just you don't get the full 360 degrees like you do with this one, continuous. Of course, some mounts for each gimbal. This is my mapping cam, and I just got this deal in today. But this is a basically a case for your 260 Canon camera. So I don't think they sent any hardware. I need to check the box again, but basically these two pieces go like this. They line up like so, and this is actually a mount for the 3DR X8 quadcopter, so you can use this, I can use this for the quadcopter, or I'm going to try to make this mount so it fits. At least the goal is to make it where I'm going to use the two landing gear bolts as one holding point, and then put some blind nuts in the front to hold the other part, because I want this to be in the back of the airplane, just in case I want to also run a gimbal in the front as I'm using this, use two payloads at once. Part of this setup here I have is you can take this and basically mount this to here and run it up front if you also want to run it up front. This will be plugged directly into the Pixhawk. I don't have the cable here right now, but I made this custom cable so the Pixhawk will trigger the camera on the waypoints. Of course, we have the hardware pack for Anaconda, and just various cabling here. So this is my mobile ground station that I currently use. It's kind of a mess right now. I need to really tidy it up a little bit, but let this down. I have my video receiver right there. This is to mount my telemetry radio, and this is for of course, the Dragon Link, which plugs into my Futaba 18MZ. Basically, all this is I went to Best Buy and bought a stereo cable extension, so you have enough walking room to walk this thing around if you need to. I plan on getting an even longer extension one day, so just in case I fly from inside the trailer, I can be able to go outside the trailer and still fly the airplane if I have to. 3-cell LiPo hooks into there with a switch, and that's about it for all the goodies that are going to go in this. Stay tuned, as hoping my next task is to basically get the wings ready for lights installed and the video transmitter installed. Thank you for watching, and continue checking my YouTube page for new videos for the Anaconda that I'm building. Thank you.